already taking over, 'cause every day I'm getting closer. Just look at everything I'll show ya. And now I'm ready, I'm a
goddamn onion, Mason.
What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be going over how to get Dark Aether fast and most importantly easy on Forsaken. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jukes. Welcome to the channel, and if you've tried the newest map, you don't need to be a zombie pro to realize that this map is massive, which can make it a bit confusing and feel like getting around the map is a bit of a chore. But with portaling, learning the map, and zip lines, you can actually get around it pretty fast for its size. Now, obviously, since the map just dropped, I haven't had a ton of time to go through the map yet, so if you're watching this in a few weeks from now, or months, or whatever, check the description down below. Depending on when you see this, there might be an updated guide. So today, we are going to go through the main strategy and spot that I've been using, and then I'll quickly go over some of the others. But before we do, because this map is huge and a bit confusing, I think that it's best that we all get on the same page first. So on the screen right now is a layout of the map. Basically, as you can see, there are 5 main areas: the staging area, Main Street, the bunker, Anytown, and the observation tower. But it's really more like 4 main areas that you'll have to remember, because with the observation tower, that's just basically where Pack-a-Punch is, and you can't even stay there too long because you get radiation poisoning or Ethereum poisoning, whatever they call it. Additionally, what I've done is taken all the perk logos and I've placed them exactly or roughly exactly to where they are on the map. So I'll put that up for a few seconds if you want to take a screenshot of it or whatever. We'll reference it throughout though, just to make all of this easier to follow. So to start the game, we are in the staging area, and here we have 2 options at the start. One, we can activate Rampage Inducer and get a ton of kills and points really quickly. If you stay in the staging area until round 10, you can get about 30,000 points / essence in 4 minutes, which is insane. But just note that Rampage Inducer does reduce the amount of weapon XP you get per round by about 50%, so at least take that into consideration. But yeah, it's definitely more difficult, especially with the rolling rounds, but not impossible either. So the second and easier option is to just stay here for a little bit and head out at like round 4 or 5. I always start the portal countdown the first thing when we spawn in, so we don't have to wait for that countdown when we do actually want to leave. Okay, so now once we go through the first portal, we are now going to be in Main Street here. And right now, there's not much for us here. You can get perks if you want. I like to just go and Pack-a-Punch as soon as possible, because when getting Dark Aether, we do have to get those Pack-a-Punch challenges done. So we can just keep going through the portal up there. And once you go through this portal, we are now in Anytown, and we are on the arcade roof, and under us is Mule Kick. Across from us is Speed Cola, and before we talk about anything else, do you see this gate here before Speed Cola? Good, you see it? Now do not open it, unless you want to make life harder on yourself. Now also, see this door that's on top of Deadshot Daiquiri right here? Don't open that either, because that's basically like a double door, and if you open that one, then the one across from Speed Cola will also open too. In Anytown, we are going to need to pick up 4 parts because the teleporter here is broken. These 4 parts are going to be in this section on your scoreboard. I don't remember the names of the parts, and you won't either, but the parts are next to Mule Kick, in the movie theater, in Burger Town, and in the TV store. Now, once you have all the parts and you can repair the teleporter, I'd suggest charging up your Ring of Fire before you go, because once we go to the other side of the teleporter, we are going to have to fight the Abomination Zombie. So once it's charged and we do go through the portal, we are going to now be here, and you can see Wonder Fizz is located to the left down the hallway that we're going to be going, but that door is closed until the power is turned on. And then once we walk up to the portal, the Abomination Zombie is going to spawn. If you have stuns, they're nice to throw at them and then activate your Ring of Fire. And if you want to kill it the absolute fastest way, then go over to a crafting table and grab a Molotov before, because they're elementally weak versus fire. Now if you find yourself yourself, here without Ring of Fire and without a Molotov, you're gonna have to run around a little bit, shooting them in the mouth when you see the blue, light come up. That is their weak spot, and that's going to kill them the fastest. So after we kill the Abomination zombie, we're set to go to the tower and get our gun pack-a-punched. And now we can head over to our main spot, which is where we were when I told you to not open the gate. But yeah, so our main spot was above Mule Kick and above the arcade, so it's in Anytown, which is here. Now I know it looks far and annoying to get to, but it's actually way closer than that. So what's not on the map are the 2 zip lines that we can obviously see here. So what we can do is, instead of taking the Anytown zip line, we can take the Main Street zip line to our right, which takes us right to the portal, which leads us right to our spot. And later on, if you want to go pack-a-punch your gun, it's the same process reversed. You simply go through the portal and then up the zip line, and you are right there at the tower in just a few seconds. So if you remember in the beginning, I said that the map seems huge, but if you really look at it and see where everything's going and understand how it works, you'll see that the tower is the center of everything, and once you get a hang of it, you can pretty much go anywhere on the map within like 15 seconds. So in our spot, most of the zombies will come from this sight line here, and a few will spawn here to our left in the window. So I like to stand right in this corner to the left of the stairs, right against this wall, and nobody will come behind us, and it's just a very nice, easy, relaxed spot. You can also stand here on the right of these stairs to get a better, sightline of the window to our left. But later on, when Tempests start spawning, they will hit you from the back, which isn't a huge deal. You could kill them. It is up to you. Personally, I like the left side better. But if you have multiple people, then both sides will definitely work. For ammo mod, normally I am a big fan of Cryo Freeze, but on this map, think about the elite/special units that we get. We have the Abomination, Manglers, Mimics, Tempests, and Disciples, 3 of which are weak to fire. So for this map, I am going Napalm Burst. I also hold Molotovs in case an Abomination spawns and I don't have my Ring of Fire ready. Now in the higher rounds, if you ever get overrun, simply jump down, run around for a sec, so the zombies aren't up on the stairs, and then just go back up again. So I'm sure some of you know this, but for those who don't, you can switch your field upgrade mid-game. And for field upgrades that are placed on the ground, like Toxic Growth and Energy Mines, they will stay there forever, no time limit, until they're destroyed by zombies. So what you can do is place 3 Toxic Growths towards the left to cover the window side, and then switch to the Ring of Fire, and you've basically just made a 200 IQ play and are using 2 field upgrades at the same time. War Machines, especially with PhD, are crazy good now because you can just shoot at the ground and push up for ammo or power-ups or whatever. Our closest armor and crafting table will be through the portal, and once you go through, jump down and you have your armor, ammo all right there. Then simply run up through the quick revive building or the stamina up side and go back up the portal, and you're right back. I was able to finish all the camo challenges by round 48, and that includes some messing around with PhD slider and stuff. You could finish them all a few rounds before I did. Now let's quickly go over a few other spots. So number 1, in the starting area here, this is more of a launcher spot, but I use it in the early rounds for Rampage Inducer because most of these zombies will jump up right about here in the same spot. Number 2, I also use with Rampage Inducer, and that's here on the water truck, also in the staging area. This spot can get crazy. All the zombies will only go through this one spot in the back here. If you have a slow reloading gun, you can try to quickly hop down on the ammo crate and buy some instead of reloading. The one drawback of this spot is that you really don't get salvage from the zombies. It literally just disappears into the ether. So that's why I'll alternate between here and the starting crates. So at least at the starting crates, I'll be able to grab some salvage. The number 3 spot, this is in Anytown on the other side of it from our main spot, and it's above Burger Town, and you can go here next to these air conditioning vents, and the zombies will all funnel in from the one angle here. The zombies do spawn in a lot faster here than our main spot, so in the earlier rounds, if you feel that they're going too slow and you don't want to take the XP hit from a Rampage Inducer, you can just go here and it works pretty well. Number 4 is in Main Street, and it's on the roof that connects to the tower zipline. Instead of going on the zipline, you can just walk through and get a pretty good sight line here. No zombies will go behind you, but the one drawback is that it is kind of hard to escape. I did try to jump up and see if I could grab the zipline if hypothetically I was getting overrun, but I don't think that it is possible. But yeah, it's not a bad spot there. Okay, and now for this last spot, it's kind of a hybrid training and like camping spot, but what you want to do is run around this area near Juggernaut, and you can use Ring of Fire, or you might want to try Aether Shroud too, because when they get close, you can use Aether Shroud and then they'll all go away, and then when they come back, they'll all flood right here. And it's a pretty fun strategy. The one thing about Aether Shroud though is that when you activate it, you boost forward, right? So to negate that, you can just look behind you at the wall and you'll still stay in the corner there, so you can start shooting them faster. If there are any other little spots like this that you guys know of that I didn't mention, then please let me know. I would like to try them out. Okay, now going back to our main spot on the arcade roof, how does this spot stack up and compare to the medbay, penthouse, colonel's office, and alley, which are all, in my opinion, pretty good, solid solo dark ether spots. Now granted, I am using the times from the previous seasons, so I want to go back and check those, but right now it looks like the arcade roof is actually the slowest of all of those. So that can be good or bad depending on what your goal is and what gun you're using. Like I've said in the past, slower spawn rate spots are easier with guns like snipers. The one catch, well, I guess two catches with Forsaken is, number one is that this map has no dog rounds. The time that you're waiting for an assault wave on Firebase or the dog rounds on Mauer der Toten / D Machine, where you're getting less kills, on Forsaken you're getting a normal zombie round with way more kills. And the second catch is that Forsaken has these rolling rounds at the start of the match. So I haven't had the time to compare in real time how some of these strategies actually stack up. So again, if there are any other dark ether spots that I missed or you want me to try out, let me know, as well as, you know, just high round spots in general too. Again, for those of you who are new here, my name is Jukes. I hope this video was helpful, and I will catch you all in the next video.